party animal, back after 3 weeks from freshman year at college. Alex, what's got you back at the go-kart track this weekend?
Oh, well, you know what? Heard about the USPKS event this weekend, and I just figured I'd come out because we're pretty high in points. But college has been a lot of fun, even though COVID has kind of restricted us not being able to do much. But it is what it is. I'm just happy to be back in the go-kart, ready to win a championship this year.
And you're a guy that's had a home track advantage quite a bit, the USPKS Series, when it comes to GoPro Motorplex. The second weekend of last year was pretty good for you. Is this one going to be as good, or do we need to find a little bit more?
Based on Route 66, I think it might go pretty good. We struggled in Newcastle, but I think we have that sorted out, and it should go better this weekend.
Brandon, we're in Wisconsin this week. We're in your hood, man. How does it feel to at least not be driving 18 hours to a racetrack?
It feels pretty good. I think the only closer one is Badger. It's like 20 minutes away from my house, but yeah, this is good. I've been here a couple times. New pavement though, so it's a little different. No, I like this track a lot. It's flowy. It kind of reminds me of Newcastle a little bit. It's high speed, got to keep momentum up and everything, but I feel like I'm decent at that in CAG and KA, so should be a good weekend.
And then this is back to a track now where it seems like some of the guys that run at Newcastle their whole life won't have an advantage, because we haven't had a big race here in nearly a decade, and I think only Brandon Lemke is the guy that's actually driven some laps on this track in a senior kart before.
Yeah, it's a cool track. I haven't even walked it yet, but it seems interesting. It seems like there's going to be a lot of different opportunities for new drivers to kind of figure out the line first and get an advantage. But I mean, it all comes down to, how does the track feel for you? I mean, some drivers, that fits their driving style really well, so it plays in their hand, and other drivers it doesn't. So hopefully it fits mine. I'm hoping I go out there and it works with me.
All right, good luck, bud.
Thanks, man.
And then you're looking pretty good in the points here for USPKS. We're here at Wisconsin track. You haven't raced that before. Have you taken too much look at it or studied it too much before?
Not a lot. Gonna go walk it, check it out. For the last USPKS I did okay. Not my greatest weekend, but looking to do better here. Run up front with all the big guys.
And then double duty, right?
Yeah.
X30 and KA. Yeah. So quite a bit of track time you got coming up ahead.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, and then 2 days of practice should be good enough to speed?
Yeah, I think I should be good for that. Especially with the 2 classes, to get extra track time, more racing.
All right, good bit, bud.
Thank you.
Pretty good weekend to kick off the season. You're actually looking really good in the points overall for this series. How are you looking? Are points even in your mind right now, or are you just kind of going session by session as you can?
I'm just trying to put up good finishes. I know we're sitting second right now, not too far behind Brandon, but it's nice to have the team 1 and 2. And hopefully get some good results and move on to GoPro home track, so it should be good there.
Brandon, you've been racing go-karts a whole lot of years, but have you ever actually been up here to Road America to race before?
Yeah, I was here once back in Yamaha Sportsman days. I think it was like 2009, my first year in national racing. We raced here. It was obviously the old surface, and we were pretty good. I think we finished like 3rd or 4th that day. And so I have one race here, but since then I haven't raced at all here.
All right, Luke Selikin, RPG 100cc specialist. Your pedigree is obviously a lot more than that, but you're here racing K100 Senior, USPKS first season with the team here. How are you feeling?
Yeah, we're feeling really good. We're happy to be here. This is our first run at the USPKS Championship, and we're really enjoying it. We're just trying to establish ourselves more on the East Coast, so I'm trying to get our KAs pointed in the right direction, hopefully come off with a championship.
It's a Merlin Nation front row today for the main event in KA100 Senior. Brandon Lemke, Josh Holtz, the top 2 from the pre-final. Local kid Tristan Farber rolls off 3rd. Alex Bertignoli rolls off P4, and Mike McAndrews going to round out the top 5. Nearly 40 drivers strong in KA100 Senior. Josh Holtz on the power early. A good jump for the outside lane. Bertignoli's gone with him into 2nd. So it's the number 22 out in front here at the end of lap number 1. Lemke down to 3rd. Now Bertignoli through to the lead. The 351 Will Power Kart entry out in front by 2 kart lengths. Will be interesting to see how Josh Holtz responds to that one. Cold tires, and Bertignoli still has him right there. Now Holtz through back to the top spot. Josh Holtz wanting to lead. Bertignoli wants it also. Bertignoli back down the inside. And the Chicago, Illinois-based driver leads the way with a couple kart lengths from Holtz back to Tristan Farber. He's falling behind your pole sitter Brandon Lemke now. What a stellar job this weekend here for Farber. He has not been at the forefront of the USPKS national scene, but here at Road America in Wisconsin, he's right there, while Alex Bertignoli leads the main pack out in front. His kart sport teammate Blake Hunt leading a second group of about 6 karts. Lucas Smolik, Luke Selikin is there. Arias Duke Medjin in that group as well. Bertignoli now with a little gap back to the group behind him. Farber has gone to second. Holtz back to third. But Alex Bertignoli more than a second out in front now from that group of 3 as Luca Mars tries to run them down. You can see the gap just holding station. A leader out in front, a 3-kart group behind him, and then Mars. But Alex Bertignoli just in a field of his own right now. He is on fire today. Consistent laps. It's become a battle just for second. Holtz going to go down the inside here on Tristan Farber as they go to the turns 1 and 2 chicane. Alex Bertignoli just needs to get through this one lap driver, and he is in the clear. A couple laps to go. He's through. Bertignoli, 1.5 seconds and counting, and 1 lap remains. Nobody has been able to touch him. Josh Holtz cannot get there. Farber, Lemke, nothing from them either. Alex Bertignoli, after a couple weeks out of the seat, looks fresh as ever, and he wins in KA 100 Senior. Josh Holtz crossing the line second, Tristan Farber third. A 2-position penalty for Josh Holtz off the jump of the green is going to demote him to 4th. Tristan Farber with a best career finish of 2nd, and Brandon Lemke, although on the racetrack off the podium, is going to walk away today with a trophy in 3rd.
Brandon finished just off the podium in KA. The way the penalties ended up falling, though, you end up with a P3 at the end of the day. Talk to me about your main event and that.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little screwed on the start. I think kind of just my fault not paying attention too much, but in the end, we still got up to top 3 on the podium. Kart's missing a little bit, but it's able to hang up there. As long as we can like pull away from the rest of the field like we did today, I think we'll have a good shot at tomorrow. It might rain, but so we'll see.
Yeah. Well, good job, bud.
Thank you.
Tristan, you're one of the guys here that calls Wisconsin home. You run a whole lot of Badger Kart Club. You've been running the USPKS for a bit, and you made a pretty big name for yourself here today, running up front all day long with a P2. Talk to me about your race in KA.
Well, for the final, we had a pretty bad start, I think, and we lost a couple positions. But me and some other drivers ended up working together pretty well and ended up catching up to Josh Holtz. But once we got past Holtz, we weren't fast enough to catch Bertignoli. And I led in 2nd for a bit, but towards the end started battling and came away with a 3rd. But some disqualifications after the race led me to 2nd, which I think is a pretty good finish for my first USPKS podium.
Awesome. Well, congrats on the big run today, bud.
Thanks.
Couple weeks off at college, and you come back and you school them today in the final, man. Talk to me about it.
Oh, well, you know, we were hanging on for dear life there in the beginning, battling with Holtz for a little bit, but then, you know, we were able to get out in front and just slowly inch away at it and, you know, take home the win. So just got to thank Kart Sport and Willpower Kart for everything they've given me, and Daniel Wilcher for providing a good engine, and, of course, my dad for being a good mechanic. And,
awesome.
Yeah,
congrats,
well.
buddy.
Interesting day here at Road America. Diego Contagia and Paulie Massimino have been the top 2 here today thus far. Brandon Lemke rolls off 3rd. Brandon Jarsakrak, the reigning champion and current points leader, 4th after an 11th place qualifying run to start his day. Here we go. Good jump here off the green for Diego Contagia. He has a big lead already to start today, over a 1.5 seconds at the end of lap number 1 for the Ursuline Racing Tony Kart driver. Brandon Lemke out to 2nd here early with a little gap behind. but Brandon Jarsicrack right there. Paulie Massimino currently P4. Here comes Jarsicrack down the inside for second. Lemke back to third. He'll answer quickly, back down the inside. And the Wisconsin native wants to stay in the top two. Paulie Massimino up to third. Johnny Ports to P4. Jarsicrack's been shuffled down to the fifth spot as Lemke's got a little gap now, but a big gap out front for Diego Contecha on the 37. Jarsicrack has rebounded to third, but Lemke, the closest challenger right now to the Tony Kart driver, and he's got a lot of ground to make up early. Brandon Jarsicrack, Paulie Massimino trying to work together. Brandon Lemke needing a lot more pace than Contecha to run him down. The gap over 2 seconds to him, 4 seconds to Jarsicrack, and more so to Massimino and company. Jarsicrack hunting down Brandon Lemke. He is close. What a drive so far. The pace nearly 4 to 5 tenths quicker than the leader, and it's enough to get to second. The reigning champ up through. Ryan Norberg down the inside. Paulie Massimino, that's for fourth. Jarsicrack now down to only a second behind Diego Contecha. Lemke following him forward. It will be a three-driver fight in no time. Luca Mars down the inside. Ryan Norberg, he'll take over the fourth spot in this midfield battle that continues. Contecha, 3 kart lengths back to Jarsicrack. That gap has evaporated. What an incredible drive for Brandon Jarsicrack. He is through to the lead. He was more than 4 seconds back early on in this main event, and now he is out in front in the number 2. Brandon Lemke still right there. Contecha is close, but the pace is going to need to improve for the 37 because Brandon Jarsicrack is laying down some heaters. Brandon Lemke trying to hang on. He is in the tow, 3 to 4 kart lengths back every single lap. Not close enough to challenge. He's going to need to mount something together to battle in these final couple laps. Lemke down the inside for the lead, coming to the white flag this time by. Jarsicrack answers. He goes back through. Jarsicrack leaves the door open. Lemke is back to the top spot as they go to turn number 1. Final corner, Lemke covers the bottom. Jarsicrack has to follow. Contecha over-unders them both. Diego Contecha at the line. 14 thousandths of a second. And the Orsolone Racing driver has won out of nowhere. An incredible comeback drive. Brandon Lemke in second. And Brandon Jarsicrack, after having one of the best drives of his career from 4 seconds back, has to settle for third.
Brandon, stupid fast, man, the whole race long. He still ended up with a podium, but what a race, man.
Yeah, we were really fast. We just got bottlenecked a little bit in the beginning, and a few things happened like the first 5-6 laps that set us really far back. So I just dug in, passed as many people as I could, and set down the quickest laps I could. It was really quick.
Yeah, congrats, bud, P3.
Thank you.
Double podium today here with the X30 podium as well with a P2. You were got away early after all the shuffling, then didn't seem like you were catching Contecha, and then once you and Jarsicrack hooked up, you both ran him down really fast, and a wild ending too.
Yeah, it was a fun ending. I can't say there's been many 3-wide finishes in karts that I remember, but this track is so wide, lots of room for to go 3-wide, and not just on the straightaway, but lots of corners and stuff too. Yeah, I saw Jarsicrack behind me. I knew he was coming, and of course I was like, can't get away from him. He's so fast all the time. But I knew we were gonna catch up to. He just pulled away like crazy at the start, Contecha, and but I knew we were faster than him. Just had to get the car to come in a little bit. I guess I had some room out of the downhill corkscrew right-hander corner, but I blocked anyway going to the double lefts and kind of threw that away. So, oh well, see how it goes tomorrow. And I also like to give a shout out to Braden Eves. Hopefully he's recovering well, and hope to see him in a car and a kart pretty soon. So hope you feel better.
Awesome. Congrats on the big day, bud.
Thank you.
Diego Contecha, P1 today, won the pre-final and the pole and qualifying pretty easy, but pretty crazy main event, huh?
No, I think what's very hard. I have a pain in my ribs from Newcastle 2 weeks ago, but okay, I said like, I will do it. I will race, and I like the track. The pole position was very fast. The lap, And then in the pre-final, I get a gap. Then last lap, I was second, and then in the last corner in the straight, I go to first. Then I start first in the final, and then I was third, and last corner also I go to first. But it was very nice, very cool. So head down, and for tomorrow do the same work as today.
Awesome job. Congrats, buddy.
Thank you very much.
And that concludes the third round of the United States Pro Kart Series as the championship meets its halfway point. One more round of racing here at Road America before the season finale at GoPro Motorplex in Mooresville, North Carolina.